Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with a non-Python video that has to do with if statements, which we're covering this week in Python. So Bruce, what's the deal? Why do you say that? Well, let me show you. I teach a language called JavaScript, which essentially is the language of the web. Literally, JavaScript is the thing that adds interactivity to web pages, and it's probably the most popular language in the world right now, like Python is. So they're probably fighting neck and neck for that leadership role as far as being the #1 language, right? But forget about that stuff. Why am I showing you this? Well, let's go through it. This is a web page. It's written in HTML, CSS, in JavaScript, HTML being hypertext markup language, CSS being cascading style sheets, right? HTML is the structure of a web page, and CSS provides the presentation of the page, and JavaScript makes the page interactive. So check this out. So here is a page simulating a deck of 52 cards, and what we're looking at now is the back of each one of those 52 cards. So someone give me a number from 1 to 52. All right, 4. There it is. So there is a queen, right? And if I click on the first card, right, I see an 8. If I click on shuffle, right, you can see that the cards move around in the deck, right? So I've been clicking on this remove a card thing and see what happens. The deck, we're removing a card from the front of the deck, right? So my question to you is, what do you think, or where do you think if statements, right, decision structures are being used in my code here that's running this page? In fact, let me just keep removing cards here to show you one other one. Keep going, remove a card, look at that, remove a card. So when I remove this one there, well, there's 2 more, remove a card. Now we have 1 card left, right? So when I remove this last card, check this out. No cards left in the deck, right? So I'll give you a second, pause the video, try to think about what you just saw and where you would use decision structures, right? So I'll click on new deck here again. Looking at the backs of the card, I click on a card, I reveal it. If I click on it again, it goes away. Click, shows the face, click on it again, goes away. All right, so play the Jeopardy music here. Maybe I'll interject it into the video here. I'll give you a few seconds to figure that out. All right, I'm back. So let's look at the code. Now, this is not Python, all right? This is not Python, so don't freak out, all right? So let me show you in the code. Check this out. So let's look at line 29, right? And this has to do with removing a card from the deck. When somebody clicks on that card on the web page, right, it needs to do certain things. And what this logic is doing here, this if else, right, it's the same thing you're learning in module 3 in Python, is that, and again, the syntax of JavaScript for decision structures, if statements, is a little bit different, but that's okay. That's, you know how decision structures work, and you're learning how they work. So what I'm trying to provide you here is with a real-world example, right? So on line 29, we're saying, hey, if the length of the card deck, right, in memory is not equal to 0, right? If it's not equal to 0, show the deck. But if it is equal to 0, then do you remember that message, no cards left in the deck, right? So that's one place I use a decision structure in this code. Okay, let's see where else. Here's another one. This has to do with displaying the deck of cards. And what this does here is it checks the state of the card, whether the back of the card is to be displayed or the face of the card is to be displayed, okay? Again, don't get too concerned with what you see here. This JavaScript, you'll know and be able to read this code. I bet you can read it right now, all right? So don't worry about that. And where else? I thought, here's another one. This has to do with, let's see what this function is. If somebody clicks on the card, what this needs to do is it figures out which card got clicked on the web page. Okay, and it uses something called an ID. Kind of, if you know HTML and you know what an ID is, that's kind of what it's using, all right? So there you go. I just wanted to show you that. I don't think there's any other decision logic in there. So this page, this little card game page, I don't know, whoops, if it's a card game, where are you? Where'd it go? Oh, it's in Chrome. Why did I go into, yeah. So again, this little exercise here, right, involves 3 if statements as I showed you before. Hope this helps, and have fun with if statements. Catch you soon.